Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. And as promised, today I am going to do a math lesson with us using our Horizon Math Book 3. I'm going to walk you through how I actually teach the math, how Elijah can do his math. It's not, I don't have to sit with him the whole entire time, but I do have to give him a lesson on how to do it, and he will kind of work through the problems. And if he has an issue, hopefully he'll come to me. If not, I'll know at the end of the lesson when I go and correct it. So actually, let me see your math book, please. I just want to show you how it's divided up into sections. So he just took a test, so that was good. So first things first, this is what is divided into these numbers. Like number 1 says draw a line graph. I'm going to go through with him and show him on the board. You'll see how I'll show him how to do that. Number 2, it says find the difference and check. We're going to go through maybe an example, maybe 2. Fill in the blanks. We got these checks. We're going to probably do an example of that. Oh, that's nothing on the bottom. So it's about 7 things. And then we have find the volume. I don't think he has done with length times width times height. He's done length times width, but even though it seems like for us, a grown-up's mind, it's like, oh, all I gotta do is multiply one more side. I'm not just gonna take that apart. I'm gonna make sure he actually knows how to do that. Now you gotta do it by 3 things. We're gonna kind of go through, subtract 10 from each number. Make sure he knows his number sense. These word problems should be self-explanatory, so that's something that probably just won't get checked until the end. So I am going to go ahead and film my processes. Okay, so guys, I filmed a lot of this lesson and then none of it was recorded. Jerry walked by and was like, you know none of this is recording, right? And I said, nope, didn't know that. Okay, so anyway, so for number 1, we're doing a line graph. Elijah really doesn't remember exactly about the line graph because that was done back in book 1. We're in book 2, almost done with it. So we definitely need to revisit what a line graph is. A line graph is what we use, Elijah, to collect data. Let's say we need to go to the Lego brick store. Before we buy Legos, we need to figure out what colors we need and how much we need of it. So let's say you want to make sure you have an equal amount of colors. So let's just plot what we already have. We're going to put the colors on the bottom, and then we're going to put how much we have on each. All right, so let's just draw our graph. I don't have a straight edge, and I don't really care about using one right now. So we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Ooh, that's a B. Black, and gray. Now, for the numbers, I like to write, I like to deal with my numbers in tens. So, because it's just easier that way to me. So, let's do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Again, a Lego is used to find data. You understand? So, if I say, huh?
You said a Lego is to find.
I'm sorry, a line graph is used to find and collect data. Because I don't want to go to the Lego store and buy a whole bunch of stuff you don't need. You understand? Because what if we fill up the little Lego container of red bricks and you already have 60 at home and you didn't need as much? So a line graph shows you what you have and how much you have, so you can, like in your mind, make a shopping list of what you need, okay? So let's get this thing started. All right, so let's say with red, you have about 40 red bricks. Orange, let's say you have about 50. Yellow, let's say you got about 20 yellow bricks. Green, 10. Blue, let's say you have 45. Put that right in the middle. Blue, let's say you got about 20 blue. Purple, 60. Black, let's say you have 10 because you always use black Legos.
Yeah.
Gray, let's say you only have 5. So I'm going to put that way down here. Now in the end, we're going to connect the dots. Red to orange, just like this. So I say, Elijah, do you know how much Legos you need? And you come to me with this data and say, yes, this is what I have. And then we can make a list together. So we can say, okay, so for red, let's just say we need about 20 more red bricks. The goal is to make sure we have 60 bricks in each color. Now we have some good information to know how much to buy. You understand? So that's all a line graph is. You can do it with anything. You can say Jared can use one for his Lego, not Lego, for his Nerf gun collection. Kelsey can use this for her color changing Barbie collection. She can put the little, you know, those furry animals. Kelsey, what do you call those Barbies? The jungle collection?
No, cutie reveal.
Cutie reveals. She can put jungle collection. How many jungle collections does she have? How many of the neon collection does she have? You can use these for anything. But the goal of a line graph is to show data. How much you have of something in each category. How much and the data you're collecting. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm going to leave this graph up so you can, I want to make it a little smaller. So what we got here, the next one is what? Find the difference? What's our number?
701 minus 152.
All right, Elijah, can we take 2 from 1? Pause. The reason why I'm going over something like this with him is because he was just introduced borrowing from the hundreds. He has been doing that in a couple of other lessons, but I don't know just how proficient he is in it just yet. So we're just going to go over this one together, and then he can be turned loose on the other ones because I am going to have an example. Okay, so you cannot take 2 from 1. So when you don't have enough in the ones place, we have to borrow from the tens place. But there's a problem. There's nothing in the tens place. We need to borrow from the hundreds place. The hundreds has plenty. They have 700s. So let's borrow. Now we have 600s. Now we can give the tens place 10.
But why is it still there?
Now we can give this guy some 11. Okay? When you don't have enough in the tens, you have to borrow from the hundreds. So Jared, what are you working on?
I'll scan my spelling. Yeah, sure.
I think you should do something like math or something like that. Unless you can do spelling by yourself. Are you going to do one of those activities?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well go ahead and get your spelling activity out. And then I'm going to finish helping him. And then I'll help you with that. Alright. So what I'm saying is when you have nothing. If this was like an 8 where that 0 is. That's it. We could just borrow from the tens place. But if you have nothing in the tens place, you need to go over to the hundreds place and borrow from him. So that you can give to the ones place. So what's 2 from 11?
2 from 11, 9.
What's 5 from 10? I'm sorry, 5 from 9.
Oh, 5 from 9. 4.
1 from 6.
1 from 6.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? Oh, 5.
5. It said in check. They want you to check because this stuff gets tricky. It gets tricky when you have zeros and stuff. You don't need to gamble. Let's check.
What's gambling?
Gambling is when you take a risk or take a chance. Like you throw some dice, that kind of thing. Luck. You don't want to depend on luck.
Yep.
Remember, we talked about that at church. You're supposed to be dependent on Jesus, right? So you don't even need luck. You don't need luck when it comes to knowing if your borrowing is right. I'm not saying depend on Jesus per se in this respect, but you can depend on your checking. What's the inverse of subtraction? Addition. So we're going to add 549 plus, instead of minus, 152. You add the difference to what you're subtracting from. And it better equal up 701. What's 9 plus 2?
11.
What's 5 plus 5?
10.
5 plus 1 plus 1.
5 plus 1 plus 7.
Mm-hmm. Ding, ding, ding. You did it right. All right, next thing.
Check.
Check writing skills.
Yes, sir. Yes, done that.
Kelsey, let him do his checks, baby girl. Do you remember what goes on a check? Now, guys, we've moved on to number 3, which is check writing. See, I'm just doing one in each category. First thing you need is a what, Elijah? Your name and address. I'm just going to do this. Your name, address, and phone number. What's supposed to go here?
How much money you spent?
Look at your actual check. Like, look at the example they gave you.
Oh, the date.
Well, what's right above the date?
Oh, the
Check number.
check. Oh, check.
That
number.
106 is the check number. Now, what's under the check number?
The check number. The date.
So they just have the 2-digit year. No, they have, let me see again. Okay, they have a line, and then they have 20, and then another line. So here we would put 223. What are we going to put here? Just a 23 to finish writing the date. Now what goes here?
Pay to the order of.
Who are we writing a check to? What?
Minecraft.
Minecraft? Okay. Let's say Minecraft takes checks. Okay, pay to the order of Minecraft. And then, let me get my book. My book is right here because I can't really see. All right, so here's a box. What goes in this box?
How much money you spent?
Is it going to be words in this box or numbers?
Numbers.
Numbers, that's right. See, I'm asking him these things to see if he understands what he's doing and what he's being asked. All right, bless you. So here, they have this 05. What goes on this bottom line?
The word.
The word of this. So what words are you going to write? You can just verbally tell me.
3. Wait.
It's in your book. It's just that blue check.
370. 72.
And that's it.
Check.
Because they have 05 over 100, which means 5 cents. Anything over 100 is the change part. All right. Huh? Yeah, see, he's just saying he had no idea. We went over this last week, but he forgot. So it's imperative that you go back over this stuff. Okay, how many pennies is in $1?
100.
100. That's why this is under here. This means when you have 05, that means 5 cents. 5 100ths, which is, remember, place value. This is the 10th place. This is the 100th place. So, like, look at the check next to that. It's 40. That's 40 cents. That's 40 pennies. This 0.05 is 5 pennies. All right. So now that we have the word number, what goes underneath it?
The memo.
The memo. What did we write for memo?
I forgot. Like.
Remember how we gave the example of I have to lend Jerry money for his mortgage? And I want to make sure he knows it's a loan, so I put loan. But for Minecraft, you can say, what's something that you buy in Minecraft?
Mods.
Mods. Just put mods so you can kind of recall what it's for. Okay, and then we're missing one more thing. What's the last thing?
Signature.
Your signature.
What's my signature? What?
That's how famous people write.
Seriously? They just
Scribble.
and
Now, number 4, find the volume. Volume is different from area. Can you recall how to find area? Yeah, I'm sorry, we're on number 4 now. Area is, look. If the formula for area is length times width, that means the length is 4 times 10 equals 40, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's deal with volume. Volume takes it a step higher. Let me show you what volume is.
Like, hello. Oh, so it's complicated.
What's complicated? Tell me.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah, but what's complicated about it? Tell
Well,
me.
just on the paper, and then the other page, paper. Ooh.
You think that's complicated to get paper?
No, it's like length times width times height.
Yes, that's how you find volume. Exactly. So volume equals length times width times height. So in this scenario, the length is going to be 3. The width, that's the new thing we're adding to the mix. That 2 times 3. Okay? Question. What's 3 times 2?
3 times 2?
Mhm. 3 times 2, sweetie.
Oh, sorry. That was 5. 6.
6.
I was like,
And then 6 times 3 equals
6 times 3 equals 18.
18. That's it. 18 cubic inches. You have to say cubic inches. You understand?
What? Cubic inches?
That's volume. Yeah. What are you not understanding about that or laughing about it?
is this so like cubic inches?
Okay. well.
Like rich people just scrabble on it.
All right. Number 5. Subtract 10 from each number. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that.
What's in the 10th place?
The 8 and 6. No, the 8.
In the 8. So you're gonna drop that down to what?
7.
A 7. That's it. Okay. And what about greater than or less than? You're pretty good with that, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then you're going to do your word problem, which I don't think you have a problem with that. And that's it.
Guys, I have 339.
Make
All right.
sure to like and subscribe.
Bye.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through this. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on him while he's doing it periodically, but I think he has a good handle on it. You know, there's some stuff that he's used to doing versus some new stuff, like the volume was new. His check writing, because we only did that like one other time, I believe. So yeah, he definitely needs some assistance with that. So I'm gonna have to be really vigilant about how he's doing his check writing. The subtracting 10, that should be pretty easy. The borrowing from the hundreds place is not that difficult. I think he has a good handle on it, but that was literally just introduced. So I'm gonna kind of keep an eye out on how he's doing with that. You know, I can't just expect him to pick it up. Some stuff he will just pick up automatically. Like the line graph, that's something that we need to just revisit. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm gonna turn him loose on it. I'm gonna help the other kids with their stuff. Whatever he can do, he can do. Whatever he needs help with, he knows to come and get me to help him with. And that's it. That's all. But I cannot just let him open the book and say, get to work. Because as you can see, there was some stuff that we needed to go over. And some stuff that we just reviewed. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, just let me know down below. Again, we're using Horizons Math Book 3. So far, so good. So until next time, bye.
Make sure to check out Elijah's play too.
And the kitty fan.
And the kitty fan.
Yasha.